All right. If you've spent thousands on a stunning brand, but your dream clients still aren't biting, you're not undercharging because you're underbranded. You're underpaid because your messaging doesn't match your magic. Because no matter how elevated your aesthetic, and trust me, I love an elevated aesthetic, if your words don't carry weight, your dream clients will go right past your sparkle. So, hi, I'm Réland. Women service based owners who are tired of being overlooked hire me as their brand extraordinary strategist. I've got the solution to turn hidden authority into a brand that books itself. This month, I have challenged myself to go live 5 days a week, no matter how unhinged. And in this video, I'm showing you how to shift from pretty but passive to strategic and unforgettable without starting from scratch. So, most women that I work with come to me with websites that are jaw droppingly beautiful, and they're still wondering why it doesn't translate to sales. And it's not because you're missing more polish, it's because you're missing positioning. And if your visuals say luxury, but your message says, try me, please, anybody, please, you're not building a brand. You're decorating a storefront no one wants to walk into. So, gorgeous cannot close deals, but it will get you some phone calls. So, here's the truth: design gets attention, messaging earns trust, and positioning justifies investment. All right. And champagne clients don't care how pretty your brand is if it doesn't clearly solve their high stakes problem. All right. The brand extraordinary method aligns all three of those problems, and that's what makes you the obvious choice: your visuals, your voice, and your value. So let's break this down into three luxe layers that make your brand bankable and not just beautiful. First layer we're going to talk about is message before makeup. And then we're going to move into position to premium buyers. And lastly, it's marry your visuals to your value. Because when strategy meets style, your brand becomes a sales asset and not just a vibe. So let's dive in on stopping the spending on branding that looks good but doesn't work. So, messaging before makeup. You've hired a designer before, you've clarified your positioning, and your message should be shaping your visuals, not the other way around. So I meet a lot of folks who are like, "Oh, I just need a logo." I'm not your girl to come to if you just need a logo. Don't call me. I will tell you you're doing it wrong. And lots of people want to start what's pretty and the wrapping paper first, which is cool. Like you can totally do that, but it's not going to be effective. And so, what I mean by effective is, by the way, hi, Nathan. What I mean by effective is that we have to start with what is the message first. When we start with the message and the strategy around the message, then we are capable of taking that and writing really strong words around what it is that we want to convey. So when we can start with strategy, start with really strong words, then we can match our visuals up to the words that are on all of your digital pages. And those digital pages do need high level visuals. It's just not what you do first. So I want you to think of like a kid's storybook. When we have a kid's storybook and they're learning how to read for the first time, there's lots of pictures that relate back to the words so they can start to build the confidence for reading. And when they're doing that, it's like, here's a red truck. And on the page, it says red truck. And it's very intentional. And so you need that same level of intentionality. You need those photos to make sense to the words that you're using because the human brain takes in visuals 60,000 times faster than it does the written word. And so it's incredibly important that you get that message down first. It's kind of like applying a full face of glam before knowing where you're going. It might look cute, but it's just simply not functional, especially if you're going to like a kid's soccer game. So revisit your homepage copy, revisit the other places that you are showing up online, and make sure to check, does it clearly state who you help, what transformation you create, and why you're uniquely qualified in the very upper portion of it. I have a flute framework that I use when I do brand Muta Brand Breakthroughs, these video audits for my clients, and we go through each and every single one of those steps. But you can do that too by just looking at how are you talking and are you speaking to one problem, just one problem. A lot of issues are we're talking to too many problems. The next thing that you want to focus on is positioning to premium buyers. Stop trying to attract everybody. You're going to attract nobody. That's just the way that this works. So, you want to start using elevated language that really pinpoints to the problem that they are living in. And if we can't pinpoint to the problem that they're living in, then they're going to scroll away. They're not that interested. And so, instead of using beginner language when we're trying to attract high ticket clients, you need to start to shape it into the words that they're using. Because high end clients, that champagne clientele, they don't buy information, they buy peace of mind. They buy peace of mind. They want to know that you understand your their problem better than you do. So if your brand's feeling like IKEA when they're expecting restoration hardware, they'll quietly walk away. So make sure that you are taking the time to meet your ideal client where they are. The others will catch up. They are capable. They will do it. They can sort themselves into I'm not ready for this yet to I'm ready to invest. Give everybody the benefit of the doubt that they are that intelligent. So I want you to go back. I want you to audit your offer titles, your captions, or your call to actions. Do they reflect the true caliber of your results, or do they still sound like you're in hustle mode coaching and you're just trying to get the first client that you could possibly get? Alrighty. So really take the time to see, does my positioning match the person I want to work with, or is it trying to match any fish that you can catch in the metaphorical ocean of potential clients? Then three, you want to marry your visuals to your value. Just like I was talking about if you were here earlier and I was using that child's book analogy, when we write children's books, we write the words first and then we make sure the pictures clearly articulate what is happening on the page. And we do that because it helps build confidence for kids to read. That same concept and idea lives in setting up your brand messaging with your visuals and the message that you are trying to convey. So your design might be high gloss, but if it's disconnected from your messaging, you are creating a huge trust gap that honestly could be eliminated. You don't need to do that to yourself. So cohesion builds credibility, and your brand's energy should feel like your best client's future. They need to be able to see their future and what is going on. And so, if you really think about that, you can write your words first and treat it like a kid's book and make sure that the pictures at every step of the way match what is happening. Because when you do that, you are going to start to create trust so much faster. So, for example, I actually hopped on a call with somebody today and I was just excited to meet them. We had chatted over LinkedIn, all these things. And when we popped on the call, she literally asked me, I didn't prompt it, none of the above. She goes, I just want to know what it looks like to work with you because I love your branding and your messaging around vanilla opinions don't pop bottles is incredible. I see a lot of marketers online and I had to meet you. This is the first time I've even considering investing into marketing for my business. Now, I wouldn't personally say that I'm a marketer. I would fully put myself into the brand category. I really respect marketers and they respect what I do because you need brand before you market. But it is just incredible how much strong branding can lead to people just popping into your daily world and say, I want to work with you because what I see is amazing. And then she went on to further say that she absolutely loves my photos and that it just shows how I show up personally. And that's what it's like when you're with me in person. And so think of your brand as a champagne experience. Have those people coming directly to you who want to work with you and ensure that every touch point should feel like the cork is about to pop, like it is the experience they want to be a part of. So choose that one brand touch point, whether it's your homepage, your booking page, your lead magnets, your LinkedIn page, or heck, your TikTok, and ask, does this feel like 20K energy or does it feel like 2 grand uncertainty? And if you are wobbling on that at any point, then you really need to take a deep reflection at your brand and start to move the needle on where you need to take it next. And if you feel that wobble in any way, if this made you realize that your brand might be beautiful but not bankable, don't panic. That's exactly what my BrandMuta brand breakthrough is designed to fix. So, what we'll do is I will send you a video of your any digital presence piece that you have, and I will go through and I will audit it. I will audit for messaging, see where we're leaving dream dollars on the table. I will also look and let you know where those photos that you have and the words that you're using, are they connecting the dots? Are they making it so that you can make the most money with your business based on how you show up online? And if you go and you book that BrandMuta brand breakthrough, what it's going to do is it's really at the root of it going to pinpoint where you are leaking dream dollars. We'll diagnose what's working, what's not, and how to transform your brand from just pretty to powerfully paid. And if you're building a brand that sells with clarity, confidence, and champagne energy, go ahead, hit that subscribe or follow button, depending on what you're watching on, whether it's YouTube or TikTok, and know that you are in the right room. I am going live every day in the month of October, minus the weekends, because I'm a mom who has to be at football. But I'm super excited to just bring this to all of you. I will see you tomorrow, where I will be going over, would a dream client say yes to you right now? And if the answer is no, you should probably check that out. Replays live on YouTube. So if you're just popping in right now, you can go find that at Brand Extraordinary on YouTube. Hit subscribe, and they will all live in one playlist. As how I'm doing this is building upon itself all 5 days of the week. So you can go find those playlists there. And I will see all of you next time. Hope wherever you are in the world, it is a great day. Talk to you later. Bye, y'all. Boo.